Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. The preponderance of many health challenges of today is being linked to lack of desire or failure to be on the part of individuals to adopt basic healthy lifestyles, a major part of which is keeping the body fit. A healthy body is most likely to harbor a sound mind. But studies have shown that a lot of people are failing to take advantage of the basic and most accessible platforms for attaining peak physical conditions. The Blossom Fitness Tour has been doing all it can to bridge that gap for 5 years, and just yesterday celebrated that feat.
As we all know, physical inactivity is the fourth leading cause of death in the world, and it's my passion. I've committed my life to it, to inspire people to be physically active, to present fitness in a fun and accessible way, and that's why we formed Blossom's Fitness Hub 5 years ago. We've had an amazing 5 years, and today was fantastic. We had so much fun. We danced, we laughed, we had so much fun. We didn't even realize how much calories we burned. And really, that's the essence of it. If you enjoy what you're doing, you're going to keep doing it. You're going to continue to be physically active if you love the form of exercise that you do. And that is really what we're passionate about. That's what we're bringing to the world.
We've been coming here to dance, exercise, and it's very rewarding because it's beneficial to your health. And then, if you're mobile as well, we're mostly people between the ages of 20 to 50 plus, and we have 60-year-olds here. So it's quite beneficial to be part of the hub because it has a lot of health benefits. And then when you're always moving, the doctor will hardly see you. You know what I mean? So it's been fun, and we made a lot of friends, and it's a transgenerational thing. So the hub is also good for the younger ones because it's a culture that we're imparting into them. So they're also going to learn the healthy way of exercising, not just by the rigorous, boring exercise, but also through Zumba. So it's been really awesome.
It's amazing. I've been with them right from inception, first year, second year, third year, fourth. It's not easy, but it's so amazing that she has kept up the energy. She has gotten a lot of young people involved. And they need a place to expend energy. And dance is something that just takes all of you. And of course, they get to learn new skills and they become Zumba instructors. So also they're learning skills that will make their lives better. If you don't take care of your health, everything that you hold dear when you're ill becomes irrelevant. Because when you're on a hospital bed, you can't go for that meeting. You can't go anywhere. You can't eat. So it's best you take time to look after your health. It's the number one priority, not an option.
Well, the brainchild behind such a worthy initiative joins us now, Dr. Blossom Maduafokwa, Public Relations Officer for National Association of Public Health Physicians, Lagos State Chapter, a health and wellness activist who has taken part and completed 8 full marathons. Talk about a woman that practices what she preaches. I'm sure the viewers saw me giggling and smiling. That's just because you just dropped a bombshell.
Oh, my goodness.
You are 51 and you look like
I'm 52.
52. Oh, it's Kate Henshaw that is 51.
Yeah.
The strong advocate for fitness. But well done and congratulations on your
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Well done with
Thank
everything
you.
that you've done. You've completed 8 full marathons.
Yes.
Talk to us about that first and how your whole fitness regime started.
So it's funny when I tell people I've completed 8 full marathons, and they're like, wow, I actually did not start running till I was 30.
Wow.
Yes. So I actually started running after I had my 3rd child because I couldn't lose the weight. So at the gym, one of the instructors said, why don't you start running? I was like, no, I don't run. I'm not one of those people. And one day I just okay, let me just try it. I just did 5 minutes. Then 5 minutes became 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 30 minutes. And then one day I signed up for a marathon. So that's how I ran 8 marathons. Yeah, and I still plan to run a few more.
Was Lagos City Marathon part of the 8 that you've done?
Yes, I've done 3 in Lagos.
Okay.
Wow,
yes.
That's completely amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's talk about your tour. Yesterday was your 5th anniversary, and
yes.
that's part of the video
Yes.
that we saw. So two things. First, talk to us about the journey leading to yesterday. And secondly, do you have an advantage? Not everybody at 52 will look like you or Kate at 51. Is it like when you are privileged or blessed to have the type of, physical shape that you have, it's an advantage? Or do you think that anybody who's struggling with lifestyle, with lethargy and everything can also be like you?
It's for everybody. I'll say that right out. It's for everyone. Anyone can do it. Honestly, people don't realize that you can even start at any age. I've seen people start at 50, people start at 55. It's not too late for anyone to start. You just need to start. I have what I call the 3 S's. Okay. So the first S is you start small. Okay. The second S is you stay consistent. And the third one is you slowly increase. And that's true, and if you can ask Kate, that's true for everybody. I tell people there are really no shortcuts. I wish there were. If there were, I would have found, because I've been doing this for a long time. So, but if you start small, it can be walking for 30 minutes. At least the World Health Organization recommends 150 minutes of exercise, moderate exercise every week. So if you can walk for 30 minutes, start from there and then stay consistent. If you do it consistently for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and you slowly increase, your 30 minutes becomes 40 minutes, 50 minutes. That's how it's done. There is really no other way. That's how I've done it. Yes.
Okay, so the journey for 5 years?
Fantastic. I love this story because So I had no intention to be a fitness instructor. It was not in my plan. I'm a medical doctor, for crying out loud.
Yes, the first time I met you, we were talking about cancer.
Cancer, exactly. Yeah. So I really had no plans or intentions. However, I will go to the gym like regularly, like an average person. And then one day I was at the gym and someone that was working out beside me just said, "You should be a fitness instructor." And I was like, no. Why? I'm shy, I'm an introvert, I'm reserved. Like, that stuff is for people that are outgoing, extroverts. And I was like, no, I can't do it. Then that year I traveled outside the country and I attended, it was just in a gym, I attended a fitness class, a Zumba class. So I finished my workout in the class. I left the gym. As I was leaving, this elderly white lady followed me to the parking lot and she said, "You should be a fitness instructor." Like, I didn't know her, she didn't know me. And that was the day I went online and I signed up to be a fitness instructor. I started taking classes and people just started coming. And here we are 5 years later.
Fantastic. Now, Blossoms Fitness, I understand, like Kate had said,
yes,
that you guys also teach people how to become fitness instructors.
Fantastic.
And all of that.
So when we started, I was the only instructor in the hub. So, but with time and because what we were passionate about is actually getting people to love working out. So people started loving working out. And then from there, other people wanted to, I want to be an instructor too. And then people started getting certified. So if you want to get certified to be a Zumba instructor, we actually have the training. We have a place where we can refer you to, where you can get trained to be a fitness instructor. And several people in our hub have become fitness instructors. They're taking classes, they're making money, and it's really empowering a lot of young people.
Okay, forgive my ignorance. Tell us about this Zumba thing.
Oh, fantastic. So,
because he wants to be a part of it for sure.
So Zumba is a dance fitness program that was started by this Colombian called Beto Perez. So he had been taking fitness classes with just regular fitness classes. And then one day he forgot his usual music. So he just pulled a few CDs from his bag and started playing and started doing these routines. And everybody loved the routines. And everybody said, "We want this, we don't want whatever you were doing before." And that was how Zumba started. So Zumba is usually more Latin-based music. And it's usually based on the choreography of the song. So like songs have verse 1, verse 2, chorus. So you base your choreography on the verses. So that's usually what Zumba. So it's a dance fitness program.
So a session of Zumba on an average day will be like how long?
So it'll be like 1 hour. So you have 45-minute classes, but most of them run for an hour. So you have like a warm-up session, then you have a main part of the class, and then you have a cool-down session. Yes.
Oh, yes. I was going to ask.
Too? I mean, regularly.
How do you know this?
We don't want to
Are you
reveal.
stalking? Yeah, I do work out, but it's been quite the journey for me. I've been going in and out of it.
Yeah.
But you also have to have a great state of mind to be able to continue to work out. Sometimes, different life experiences can make you stop going to the gym as well. Is that something that you actually do with Blossom Fitness that helps encourage people to work out when they have, come out of that?
I love this question because that is really our sweet spot. Mm-hmm. So when you're having fun, you actually don't realize you're working out. Like yesterday, by yesterday even people were calling me like, oh, my entire body is aching. I said, because you guys didn't know you were working out. You were just having fun. So when the workout is fun, you don't realize you're working out and you want to do it again. So people are asking me, when are we doing the next one? When are we doing the next one? Because they had so much fun. So I tell people, find something that you really like to do. And that way you're going to want to continue to do it.
I love dancing, so hopefully I can join you in one of your dancing classes. But what do you do with Kate Henshaw? I mean, I see that I saw her in your class.
Yeah.
Have you been able to maximize on her popularity and, what she's been doing with fitness?
Okay, so Kate is my friend, so I'm not going to sort of maximize with her popularity.
Yeah.
However, she's been very supportive of the hub.
But I mean, is it like just friendship, or are you guys doing something together? Like, that's what I mean.
So the funny thing is, our very first event, she was our celebrity. The very first event that we had. So it was a partnership, for sure. It was a partnership. Okay. But I mean, yesterday she came as a friend. I just told her, oh, we're doing the 5th anniversary. Like, the hub, I have to be there. So she actually just came as a friend yesterday. But I've done several partnerships with her. Yes, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. How does it work for you guys in terms of timing? Mm-hmm. I see that a lot of people think that first thing in the morning, before you shower, before you go to work, a few other people think that they are more comfortable with the evenings. Mm-hmm. Is there something about timing when you have to gym or work out and stuff? And is there any science behind it, or what works for you?
So I tell people that you have to do what works for you, because some people are morning people. Like, they can get up in the morning and they're going. Some people can't even pull themselves out of bed till 10. So if you say you have to work out in the morning, they will never do it. So you have to actually find out whatever works for you. And I tell people, don't underestimate how much physical activity you can pull into your day. You don't have to wait till you get into the gym or you're going for that walk. You can actually work out even at work. You can get up from your seat. You can, instead of sending a messenger to get you coffee, you can go get it yourself. That actually, if you have a monitor, that actually counts as a lot of physical activity. People actually don't realize you can burn more calories with your regular physical activity than with exercise. Yes.
But then how do you find time? Because you're a doctor and you're doing all of these things that you're doing. I mean, I read somewhere, some chef in New York, he runs 8 miles a day. Every single day he wakes up, I believe, like 4 a.m. in the morning or something that crazy. But he dedicates his time to running every day. How do you find time?
So that's how I do it. I'm a morning person. So my workouts are always in the morning. So I wake up really early, wake up at 5. I get my workout done before I get to work. But then I also know that, because how many hours really can you work out? If you're a busy person, so 90 minutes, 2 hours. If you actually check the level of calories you burn, it's actually not a lot. It's not as much as you think. So that you have an opportunity throughout your day to continue to burn calories. So what I do is at work, I'm in the clinic, I'm seeing patients. If I'm done seeing my patient, I can get up, go and see one of my colleagues, come back. Any opportunity to walk around, I do it. We have conferences in another part of the hospital. Rather than drive over there, I walk over there. So there are ways you can bring physical activity into your day. It doesn't have to be when you work out.
Okay, so the fad now is to constantly keep tab of, your physical activity,
Yes.
especially your steps.
Yes.
So Americans will say that 10,000 steps a day. The Chinese, who by research, started off all this counting, will tell you 6,000 steps a day. What do you recommend to people? So one as a physical fitness person, instructor, and then as a medical practitioner, who deal with reality of people who just can't. I mean, not everybody will be like you and Kate. So what do you recommend in terms of the number of steps and stuff like that?
So for years, the research had shown the 10,000 steps was like minimum. But now some other research came out and began to question that. See, the important thing is any level of physical activity is better than none. Yeah. That's one. Two, more is better than less. Up to a point, of course. So if you can do 10,000, that's fantastic. If you can do 11, that's even better. If you can do 12, that's much better. So the more you can do, the better for you. But to say, okay, there's a minimum, now that the research is neither here nor there, you can't really say that. Yeah. But if you can target 10,000 steps, that would be fantastic. But World Health Organization recommends 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise every single week, which is not actually difficult to do.
By the way, 10,000 steps is not a lot, Steve. It's actually not a lot.
It's actually not a lot.
We have those watches, Apple has it, Fitbit as well. You can actually wear it and see and monitor your steps. Yeah. No, I just wanted, I thought you wanted to know. You're very, because the best way out to keep fit is what we need to know as well.
Exactly.
So there is also that conversation about your consumption and also your output and all of that when you work out, like you said, when you monitor 2 hours or 30 minutes, the calories you lose is not a lot.
Not a lot. Yeah.
Now, how do we also try to measure what we take in as well?
So I tell people, honestly, nutrition is 80% of it.
Really?
Yes, that's the truth. And for someone that really works out, I can tell you that it's 80% because particularly as you get older, it's actually not easy to burn calories because you're busy as a human being and you really don't have the capacity to be that physically active. So what you consume becomes very, very important. So if you're consuming more calories than you're expending, then the law of thermodynamics says that energy has to be accounted for. So what happens is it gets stored, your body takes it and stores it as fat. And that's how a lot of people gain weight as they get older because your level of physical activity is dropping because you're getting older. Your basal metabolic rate, which is your body's ability to burn calories even when you're at rest, is dropping as you get older, but you're still consuming the same amount of food. So there's an excess now, and your body has to account for it, and it accounts for it by storing it as fat. So nutrition is very, very important. What I tell people is you focus on the foods that give you the most nutrients. So for example, I can eat a plate of white rice. It will give me lots of energy, but it will not give me anything else. It won't give me my vitamins. It won't give me my fiber. It won't give me all the good things that my body needs. Right? Yes. Yeah. So what if I had my energy, let's say in form of beans or plantain? I still have energy. I still have the energy from the glucose, but I also have fiber. I also have vitamins, my vitamins B. You have all the good things that your body needs to actually be healthy and fight disease. So it's better to go with foods that are more nutrient dense like foods that have more nutrients as opposed to just calories.
All right, what would be your general assessment of how Nigerians are doing in terms of physical fitness? We see a lot of celebrity things going on. We see a lot of fashion. You know, we see a lot of, you know, upscale, upwardly mobile people showing off. But then if you go to a place like Dakar in Senegal, look out of your hotel, you see hundreds of people every morning.
Yes.
You know, jogging.
Yes.
Not to talk of a place like a place like Paris,
Yes.
where it's like a culture.
Yes.
From what you have seen so far, especially in the last 5 years, do you think that more Nigerians are signing on? You know, getting enlisted in terms of taking this thing seriously and and doing it, and not just on the gyms, but on the streets, you know, work out, take it seriously. How would you rate where we are as a people?
Okay, so that's actually very, very important because Nigeria or a lot of low and middle income countries, the rate of obesity and overweight is increasing dramatically as opposed to so many years ago. So Nigeria is one of those countries, but the problem with Nigeria, or the difference with Nigeria is, so like you mentioned in Senegal, in Dakar, people, it's difficult for people to actually jog on the streets in Nigeria. So when people think about physical activity, people only think, oh, the individual doesn't work out. Your environment is also important. So is there security? We've seen people kidnapped while they were jogging in the morning in Nigeria. We've seen people, I know someone that was killed, that was actually knocked off the road and killed. Yes.
The guy on the bike.
Yes. So.
Oh, the doctor guy.
So these are the reasons why that will be difficult. So there's a whole environment that needs to be in place to encourage physical activity. So what we have currently is what we call an obesogenic environment. So that doesn't allow you to be physically active. And then the foods that we're eating, back in the day, if you wanted to eat food, you grew it at the back of your house and then you made the food in your house. But now you just order on one of these ordering apps and they present you with all these overly processed foods. So our environment is increasingly making it difficult for people to be physically fit and healthy. So for Nigeria, and when I was growing up, we didn't have any fast food restaurants, but now they're everywhere. So people are not eating healthy, and then the environment is making it difficult for people to be physically active. So it's impacting on people's health. So Nigeria is one of the countries that is actually not doing very, very well when it comes to physical fitness.
But will that also be telling on the level of our obesity and
overweight? Absolutely. So the level of obesity in Nigeria has, I think it's doubled within the past 2 or 3 decades in Nigeria.
Wow.
And the prevalence of, so there are different diseases that come with overweight and obesity, like hypertension, diabetes, several cancers, even early onset dementia. So we're also seeing that these diseases are also increasing. We call them chronic diseases. They're also increasing as well because of the increase in the level of obesity and overweight in Nigeria. Yes.
Wow.
Well, I would like to, again, congratulate you.
Thank you.
On your achievement, and I hope that you continue to encourage Nigerians to keep fit.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.